A passing drone accidentally spotted a young woman who had literally fallen into a volcanic crater. Juliana Marins, a 26-year-old tourist from Brazil, had been traveling solo across Southeast Asia, chasing her dream. In June 2024, she set out to hike Mount Rinjani in Indonesia, one of the region's most popular, yet dangerous, trekking destinations. During the ascent, she suddenly fell behind her group due to severe exhaustion. Her guide advised her to rest, but for reasons that remain unclear, left her alone on the trail. Sometime later, she lost her footing, slipped off the slope, and tumbled nearly 1,000 feet down, ending up near the crater by Lake Sagara Anak. With no food, water, or shelter, she survived there for several days while rescue teams struggled to reach her through dense fog, cold temperatures, and extremely hazardous terrain. It was during this time that a drone happened to capture footage of her. She was conscious and showing signs of life, but reaching her proved nearly impossible.
Start? Dali.
Yeah.
See, wait. This looks so scary.
Yeah, she looks very
See?
scary. Focus. She just keep doing this, so I think she
She's
is
trying to...
not very sober. Yeah. Yeah, she just.
No tiene el móvil, ¿no?
Oh, sorry.
Aléjalo, estás
Yeah,
desenfocando.
her eyes.
Sí.
You see?
Aléjalo. El móvil.
You want to record one more time?
Repeated rescue attempts were thwarted by the weather and the difficulty of the descent. Injured and severely weakened, she was unable to climb out on her own. The story quickly spread online, with even false reports of her rescue circulating. After several days, rescuers finally managed to reach her, but it was too late. She had succumbed to her injuries. Dramatic drone footage captured the moment powerful ocean waves suddenly crashed into beachgoers at Icacos Beach in Acapulco, Mexico, on June 1st, 2025. The video shows what at first looks like a calm scene, with people relaxing by the water, unaware of any danger. But within seconds, massive waves surge onto the shore, knocking people off their feet and pulling them into the ocean, where strong currents and riptides make the situation even more dangerous. Despite official warnings urging people to stay out of the water, many ignored the risk and found themselves caught in the middle of the chaos. Some tried to run, others clung to the sand, but the force of the surf was so powerful that people quickly lost control of the situation. The footage quickly spread online, serving as a stark reminder of how deceptively calm the ocean can appear after a storm, and how quickly an ordinary day at the beach can turn into a fight for safety. A man named Jesse, the creator behind the channel Jesse's Drone Adventures, set out on another exploration of the canyons of Arizona, never expecting that a routine drone flight would lead him to a mystery no one has been able to explain. It started like any other day. He launched his drone, scanned the canyon walls, checked out caves and abandoned spots, hoping to find something interesting. At first, though, the discoveries were fairly mundane. Trash, debris, and remnants of old crashes. Apparently, there have been dozens in the area. But sometime later, he returned to the very same canyon where, a year earlier, he had noticed something strange from the air. This time, he decided to get to the bottom of it. As he sent the drone up and swept across the vast landscape, he suddenly spotted it again, a blue Mazda lying far below among the rocks. At first glance, it looked like a typical crash, but the longer he observed, the more questions arose. All the car doors were open, as if the occupants had gotten out on their own, yet there were no signs of how the vehicle had ended up down there. The roadside barriers were intact, there were no visible impact marks, and there wasn't a single report of the accident anywhere online. He tried to peer inside using the drone's camera. No one was inside. But one detail still didn't sit right with him: the trunk. And now the question remains, what really happened to that car, and why is it still lying there, as if it never even existed? Dramatic drone footage captured a breathtaking scene in northern Pakistan. A drone hovered beside a cable car, dangerously suspended about 1,200 feet above the ground. Inside were 6 children and 2 adults, anxiously waiting for rescue after 2 of the supporting cables snapped, leaving the car swaying over a deep gorge. The video conveys the tense stillness of the moment, broken only by the distant signs of an ongoing rescue operation. The drone's camera reveals the cabin hanging high above the drop, with open sides where the children and adults sit pressed closely together. The structure appears motionless, yet extremely unstable, held up by the remaining cables, while the jagged rocks and sheer height below only emphasize the danger of the situation. After hours of a complex rescue effort, Pakistani military personnel and emergency responders managed to evacuate all 8 people. The operation took place under extreme conditions. Rescuers initially attempted to reach the cabin by helicopter, but strong winds and the risk of further destabilizing it made that approach too dangerous. In the end, they descended manually on ropes and evacuated the passengers one by one. When a sudden thunderstorm sparks a fire across a massive hayfield in Weld County, Colorado, a farmer named Eric Howard doesn't run. He gets on his tractor and drives straight into the flames. He has a risky plan that could help contain a fire spreading across dozens of acres, if he can act fast enough. Working against the clock, Eric begins cutting a long strip through the field, creating a fire break, stripping away the top layer of soil to deprive the fire of fuel. The flames are right on his heels, burning so intensely that they start melting the paint on his tractor. Still, he keeps moving forward without slowing down. In the end, the fire is brought under control, and even firefighters admit that his risky move likely saved even more land from being destroyed. So, would you take that risk in a situation like this, or leave it to the professionals? An Australian man named Simon Lawrence launches his drone high above a boat in Port Lincoln. He and his friends are out crabbing, but before long, they notice something very different lurking beneath the surface. He later uploaded the footage to his YouTube channel, Simon Lawrence. For a while, a great white shark seems to be watching them from below before slowly moving closer. When the shark takes an interest in their crab pot, they make the smart decision to cut the line and let it go, then watch as it disappears back into the ocean. Simon and his friends were incredibly lucky. Great white sharks are known to sometimes strike boats at full speed, even attempting to flip them. A drone flying over Loch Ness in 2021 captured something unusual just beneath the surface of the water. A faint, elongated shape, slowly moving along the shoreline. The video itself isn't dramatic. No splashes, no close-ups, and the object is almost impossible to notice unless you know exactly where to look. But that's precisely what made it go viral. When viewers zoomed in on still frames, some claimed they could make out a long-necked body resembling a plesiosaur. Others insisted it was nothing more than a shadow, or perhaps a submerged log. The object moves almost imperceptibly, as if drifting with the water, before disappearing beneath the ripples. It's far from proof, but the calm, understated nature of the footage, combined with the enduring legend of Loch Ness, reignited the debate. Is it Nessie, a trick of perception, or simply imagination at work? Sometimes, the most unsettling footage is the kind you can't fully explain. A young girl vanishes in the middle of the night in the dense forests of Louisiana, and no one can explain how it even happened. 10-year-old Peyton had simply gone to bed in her home, but a few hours later, she was gone. As it turned out, she had sleepwalked out of the house and wandered deep into the woods. When her family realized she was missing, a massive search operation began. Hundreds of volunteers, along with police and rescue teams, combed through the area, but the thick vegetation and darkness made the search nearly impossible. That's when a drone was brought in. It took only about 20 minutes before the camera picked up a faint heat signature among the trees. It was her.
I had to go back. Look, she's away! Yeah. Woo! Wow. There they are. They got her. They got her. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Oh, yes, sir! get its water like that. Yeah. So that's why I was going up down the road. There's been people all over the top of it. She couldn't make through the night, dude. She probably just so dehydrated. She got one crop. Got her.
The girl was lying curled up on the ground, still in her pajamas, in complete darkness, about 1.5 miles from home. In that moment, everyone held their breath. She wasn't moving. Rescuers immediately headed to the coordinates and soon found her, alive. According to the sheriff, it was nothing short of a miracle. Despite spending more than a day in the wilderness without food, water, or shoes, the girl survived with only insect bites and severe stress. The creator of this video was testing out his new drone. He flew over nearby areas filming a cornfield, when suddenly he noticed something very strange. As he moved in closer, he realized what it was. Right in the middle of the field stood a creepy scarecrow. From a bird's eye view, it could easily be mistaken for a person. Just as the operator turns the drone to fly away, the unsettling scarecrow seems to move slightly. He immediately points the camera back at it. The figure stands completely still, holding a pitchfork in its right hand. As it turns out, it wasn't a scarecrow at all, but a person wearing a highly realistic costume, apparently trying to scare the drone pilot, and acting quite aggressively while doing so. But why? Just another prank? And the bigger question, who was he even trying to scare? Do drones really fly over this field that often, or was he simply playing to the camera? Or maybe the video isn't spontaneous at all, but staged from the beginning. A drone plays a crucial role in a tense rescue operation in the Pampas, where a 3-year-old girl suddenly vanishes without a trace, and time is running out. One of the officers makes a quick decision and launches a drone to scan the vast area from above. From the air, they're able to spot the child on a slope, somewhere that would have been far more difficult to reach on foot. Thanks to that aerial view, the girl is located and safely rescued. This drone footage shows how a dangerous suspect was tracked down and apprehended in the city of George, South Africa. Thanks to the fact that a drone, operated by Afroforum, was equipped with a thermal camera, the operator was able to monitor the suspect's movements in the dark and relay his exact location in real time. This allowed neighborhood watch groups and the community police forum to quickly coordinate and move directly toward the target. As a result of the coordinated efforts between Afroforum, volunteer patrol units, and members of Community in Blue, the suspect was swiftly located and taken into custody.